land transport pilot. That's my rating. We call them ATP. And I'm a commercial pilot as well. I'm also a certified flight instructor, a CFI and a double I and an MEI, which means I teach instruments as well. And I teach multi-engine aircraft and multi-engine instruments. This aircraft is a 1969 Piper Aztec D model twin engine with 250 horsepower per side. It makes a good, safe situation multi-engine airplanes. And if you know how to fly them, they're very safe. Most aircraft engines run between 1,600 and 2,000 TBO, which means when we rebuild the engines. But these engines are really strong. If each engine uses its own fuel system. But if one engine was to fail, I could actually go farther, slower, but farther, because I could cross-feed and use all this fuel for one engine. Just don't step on that, you're all set to go. All right, well, I'm gonna do a pre-flight. What we do in the pre-flight is more than just check the oil, but that's my first thing that I do. I check the engines, then I put the appropriate oil. And now I'll start from here, and I want to take a visual. I want to look over the aircraft, make sure there's nothing sticking out or rivets or screws missing. And I'm going to sample the fuel, and what I'm looking for is any sediment of water. Water's heavier, so water goes down. So then what I'm going to do is, there's no water in this fuel, and I'm also going to smell it. Make sure it is fuel, because you never know. We're going to pull it out. Keep it going fast now, Kim. Keep pulling it hard. The harder the better.
Copy, stopping all four?
No, just the outboards. I'll show you. Wait 1 second.
Go ahead. All gauges in green.
Yes, ma'am.
Electric fuel pump off. Check fuel pressure.
Okay, stand by. Left and right in the all position. Strobes on. Rotating beacon on. Stand by. Fuel pressure check is right here. Fuel pressure good. 66817 Yankee, Dutchess ground, clear to Block Island, depart runway 24, Dutchess 4 departure. Radar vector is Pauling. And we line up, and let's go. Now we have V1, which is a safety speed, VR, and we're off gear up. Now our gear is coming up as we speak, and then I'll double check it with the transition. And I'm going to make a slight right turn to 150, and we'll bring our power settings back slightly. How you doing, guys?
This is great.
Right now I'm on automatic pilot. The plane is actually flying on GPS. And what I'm doing, even though I'm on car, I'm scanning. Make sure there's no traffic out there. That, you know, it'll be a hard day.
And 17 Yankee, Kimberly.
17 Yankee, go ahead.
Got a call from Providence Approach here a few minutes ago that Block Island is closed with a 30-minute PPR, prior permission required. We don't control that airport. I'm not really sure what the status is there. If you want to go call flight service, frequency change is approved, and let me know what your intentions are.
Hey, 17 Yankee, roger that. We'll get back to you. I don't know why they closed. We called the service today. Hey, I hope there wasn't an accident there. We'll check it out. And we're off gear up. Now our gear is coming up as we speak. And then I'll double check it with the transition. New York, good morning, Aztec 6817 Yankee, passing through 1,300 feet. Right now I'm on automatic pilot. The plane is actually flying on GPS. And what I'm doing, even though I'm on car, I'm scanning. Make sure there's no traffic out there. 17 Yankee, go ahead.
Got a call from Providence Approach here a few minutes ago that Block Island is closed with a 30-minute PPR, prior permission required. We don't don't control an airport. I'm not really sure what the status is there. If you want to go call flight service, frequency change is approved, and let me know what your intentions are.
Okay, 17 Yankee, roger that. We'll get back to you. What we did was we filed a flight plan to Block Island. I'm surprised I didn't mention that, but it's no big thing. Okay, we're approaching Hartford, 7.5 miles, and I'm going to be making a right turn now to Groton. Is that Block Island in sight?
Is that it?
That's it, right ahead of us. So what's going on? Is if you're working on the runway? We didn't hear that flight service.
Yeah, we're doing some runway maintenance and trying to get, 30 minutes notice to get all the equipment off the runway.
Okay, we'll be doing our checklist. Mixture is rich, fuel pumps in the on position, and fuel selectors on the fullest tanks we're keeping them on the outboards, they're full. Okay, we're ready to rock and roll. We're going to start slowing the plane up. We're going to go down to pattern altitude. We're going to make a left-hand pattern to Block Island. And cowl flaps will open up. And Block Island traffic Aztec 6817 Yankee now, left downwind runway 28, left downwind 28 Block Island. And thank you for the hospitality, guys. Lights on. So we're going to keep it nice and slow. We've got a very short runway of 2,500 feet. There's no factor, but with full flaps.
Flip upward. Alrighty.
Northwestly traffic, Cherokee is 8 miles southwest inbound, landing us downwind for 14 Wesley. There we go, turn into the wing, we're done. We had to plant it because the runway. How was that?
Oh, not bad.
Nice, baby.
Good job.
There we go, turn into the wing, we're done. We had to plant it because the runway. How was that?
Oh, not bad.
Nice, baby.
Good job.
After a 40-minute flight, we landed on Block Island. It was a perfect day, clear skies with a gusty wind coming up from the ocean. We unloaded, and with gear in hand, our first stop was the airport terminal to sign in. Definitely different than any terminal on the mainland. A small service area was present to purchase tickets for the only commercial line, the New England Airlines, that transports visitors to and from the island. There was also a diner for a quick bite to eat and friendly chat with the employees. I felt very much at home. Bob, our pilot, signed in, and we then greeted our hostess and tour guide for the day, Ann Law. Interesting note about Ann. She is a former Hudson Valley resident. Today, however, she calls Block Island her home and runs an inn called the Blue Dory.
I discovered Block Island 30 years ago when I had a tiny little Volkswagen and 3 little children. How far can you go from Poughkeepsie? So I drew a radius. I love the ocean, and I found Block Island. The very first night I stayed on Block Island 30 years ago, I stayed with these 3 little children at the Blue Dory Inn. How about that? And then I ended up buying it in 1989.
Can you give me a little overview of what people can see or experience on Block Island?
Block Island is a nature lover's paradise. It's really for if you love to for biking and hiking and horseback riding. We have wonderful restaurants, lovely shops, and all of that. Block is a place to drop out, to really find your soul, so to speak.
With that thought in mind, we began our tour of the island and headed straight to the Blue Dory Inn.
This is the Blue Dory here on the left, very blue. All right.
When you see this place, you're going to be impressed.
This is so cute.
Oh, this is gorgeous.
This
This
is
is
the
so
Blue
romantic.
Dory.
To me, the inn seemed fashioned to a little dollhouse. Antique furnishings, small, cozy rooms, wall decor throughout. With 11 rooms to choose from, any guest would find just the right fit. And for those private visitors, there are 3 cottages to choose from. The Blue Dory is a place to rest, relax, and enjoy pleasant surroundings with views that are overwhelmingly beautiful. After a tour of the inn, some great conversation, and a little snack in the Blue Dory dining room, Anne took us out onto the island. We saw some magnificent views. To me, the landscape resembled that of Ireland with open rolling hills, rock walls, and lots of greenery. Since its settlement in 1661, Block Island continues to remain a place untouched by the urbanization of the mainland. Take a moment to enjoy some of the amazing views of Block Island. While our time on the island was short, it made impressions to last a lifetime. We said goodbye to our gracious hostess and headed back to our plane. Time to take off and venture home to Dutchess County and the Hudson Valley. It was a great day.